What advice would you have for folks who are trying to get more into this new software engineering space, whether it's particular tools to try or mindsets to have or skills to pick up?
Yeah, so there's one way I've been thinking about the future of software engineering. This is a mental model I have in my head, which is that because of a lot of providers of many tools like RAG, agentic frameworks, I don't know, things like evals, guardrails. It turns out that as well as so these are AI building blocks. There are also non-AI building blocks, things like user interface components or identity auth mechanisms and front-end, back-end persistence databases and so on. So I think that in computer science, we've always had a wonderful set of building blocks. And with agentic coding, building blocks are proliferating because more and more people are building open source or proprietary API-based or whatever types of building blocks. So they're just wonderful building blocks all around us. And so I find that developers that have a good mastery of enough building blocks can often put them together in combinatorially many ways to very rapidly build software. Right? Maybe if you picture a building with Lego bricks, if all I have is like a white-colored Lego brick, I can build some stuff, but it's not that interesting. But I mix in a black Lego brick, a yellow one, and a brown one, and a green one, and throw in some squiggly pieces of Lego, then what I can build grows combinatorially or grows exponentially as a function of the number of Lego bricks I have. And I think of a lot of the building blocks we now have access to as being akin to that too. So I find that the developers are able to have a good sense of a lot of what these building blocks do. And Deep Learning AI offers a lot of long-form, short courses to help people master these wonderful building blocks provided by tons of people. And then the other challenge is to use coding agents to rapidly assemble these building blocks into the software that you want. One challenge that coding agents have is a lot of building blocks are so new that the coding agents do not know how to use them, right? I think until recently, the leading coding agents where Nano Banana was released after the knowledge cutoff date of a lot of leading models. So it just had no idea how to call the Nano Banana API, or even knew that Nano Banana existed. So one project that one of my friends, Rohit Prasad, and I have been passionate about is Context Hub, which is kind of a Stack Overflow for AI agents to get the latest documentation on what are the latest APIs, SDKs, building blocks they can use, as well as a way for agents to give feedback to the documentation to try to improve it for everyone. And so it turns out there are a number of APIs that I personally use that I find the syntax slightly annoying to remember, but I find that by using Context Hub to load the latest docs, I let the coding agent accurately make all of these API calls for me, right? And so it actually has helped my own coding work accelerate quite a bit.